blind idolatry, yung pinaka-evident dun sa film kasi nga si Goyo. Since favorite siya ni Emilio Aguinaldo, parang siya yung naging utusan, naging sunod-sunuran. May scene doon na kinausap nila yung si Bernal. Tapos, basta under yun kay Luna, tapos inaya ni Goyo na yun, parang inaya si Goyo na parang mag-work under sa kanya. Ngayon nga, wala na si Luna. Tapos sabi sa kanya, ang kaibahan lang nila ni Bernal, pinaglalaban yung mga prinsipyo nila. Parang lumalaban para sa bayan. Pero si Goyo, sunod-sunuran lang talaga sa iniidolo niya. Parang, ayun lang, si Aguinaldo lang yung pinapakinggan niya, ganun. Which is, kaya siguro, nakuha ni Goyo yung nickname na aso. Ayun, yung about kay, yung pagiging aso ni Goyo, I think marirelate natin siya sa nangyayari ngayon kasi, like, for example, mga ka-DDS, sobrang blind nila to the point na hindi nila nakikita na ang daming mali sa president natin, sa government. Parang laging basta support ako kay Duterte kahit na alam na may mali, kahit na ang pangit-pangit na nang dinudulot niya sa bansa.
Of patriotism, I saw how Goyo showed heroism and love for his country. At first, he wasn't sure for what he is fighting for because he's more focused on fighting for President Aguinaldo rather than for his country. But when the Battle of Tiradpas started, that's the time when Goyo realized that he is fighting for his country. This topic can be seen almost throughout the entire film because General Del Pilar is somehow idolizing President Aguinaldo. And it seems that General Del Pilar is just following the orders of the President Aguinaldo without thinking critically. I remember one line from Apollinario Mabini saying, "Handa na bang marinig ng mga Pilipino ang mga katotohanan na hindi magbibigon?" And because this line is trying to portray that we are living here in a country full of sensitivity. We are united and we help each other because we know that we have the only one opponent, and that is the smart camera are not that important because it is only used for personal interest. Now, it can be used for documentation and films and other purposes. As a millennial, watching this kind of movie help us to understand more on what happened in the past, and knowing this story make us an eye-opener about the issue we have experienced and still experiencing inside and outside the world.
The film Goyo made me feel a little guilty because I know myself that I'm not a very helpful person. However, I felt proud because Filipinos sacrificed their own lives in order to fight for our country's freedom and dignity. Throughout the film, I realized that blind idolatry can lead to ignorance because we tend to think only for our own good and forget that there are others too. During those times, cameras are used for personal purposes only, but in today's era, we use cameras to capture our life events, for documentation, and etc. This film helped us millennials to see what happened during the past, and it can also help us to become a better citizen because the film is such an eye-opener, and it can help not only our generation but also the future generations.
When the movie started, the first thing that I noticed is its cinematography. The way that the movie was presented and the way that it was put together gives that vintage vibe that it happened many years ago. Another thing that I remember is that haunting scene of Art Acuña's torturing, wherein in that scene it was really dark, his appearance, his line, and the way he delivered it was really effective, that it will make you think about what he had said. At the end of the movie, Apollinario Mabini said that the reason why the revolution failed is because the way that it was led was wrong, and that Aguinaldo favored those who has connections with him instead of the people who has skills and are willing to fight. In our present, there are instances wherein an official or person is favored and were able to gain position or something because of their ties or connections with the administration or leaders instead of their skills, character, or abilities. In the film, we saw that the community celebrated festivities during the time that there were no sightings of American movement and when Goyo was assigned to be a commander. Just like how we celebrate festivities and have events nowadays. The camera was used to take photos of important people, important events and things in the movie. Nowadays, we use camera almost to everything, even the smallest and minor things, and we also use cameras to take videos and as a medium of our communication. The youth should reflect and learn from our past. Knowledge can give us awareness, and this awareness can help us in making our decisions.
So now I'm going to talk about what is my reaction or how did I feel about the Goyo film. I did like the journey of self-discovery that he went throughout the film, with his self-doubt being the catalyst for him starting to question whether he is following Aguinaldo and fighting because of principle and love of country, for the country, or blind loyalty to the president. In the end, even though it was too late, he realized that the most important thing is his love for his country. It was also interesting that they didn't glorify for his death, but almost like a usual occurrence that happens every battle.
My name is Maverick Sigismundo from C-CTHM 5 and this is my reaction video for the film Goyo ang Batang General. Letter A. Initial response. The film made me feel a sense of confusion towards the things that we are fighting for because sometimes it can get mixed with politics, selfishness, that can cost the whole freedom of one nation. Letter B. The part where Del Pilar was talking to Bernal. That enlightening scene was or is the main reason why it brought me to the decision on writing my answer on letter A. Letter B. The part where struck me the most was the part where several parts of the movie took the battle against the Americans. And little do we know that the environment took a big blow during the war, and it was devastated and decimated by the scrimmage against the Americans. Letter C. What did the film think about or thought about Filipinos? The film tells us that even though Filipinos are outnumbered and demoralized, they will not stop for the sake of the freedom of their country. Letter D. The importance of the cameras. The cameras and photos serve as a significant evidence for our history, in order for us to get a glimpse of the past and the past lives of our heroes. Letter E. The role of the youth. The youth should be an example for future generations and should aid the adults in strengthening the country, for they are the reason why the adults are working hard in order for the sake of their country.